Yo, yo, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? This is the gingerbread man and known as and B. You know what I'm saying? Hey, B, how you
What's up?
doing today?
I'm doing good. Barbecued up some food real quick.
Yeah, so this is what we doing, y'all. We talking about Chicago sports. This is a Chicago sports network because this is the city that we love. This is the city that we active in, and this is the city that I think that a lot of people are attracted to. For one, of course, y'all know what the Bulls did in our history. Y'all know what the Bears done in our history, the White Sox and the Cubs. All of our teams are champions, and especially the Chicago Sky. So this is a championship city. We have a championship type of mentality here. Even when it comes down to the fans, we love winners, 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 and we really don't worry about any losers. I mean, don't get. I mean, that's why I do what I do on that other person, like I do. I only like winners, and this show is based on having fun, and you're gonna see us, talk about all of the different things that's going on with the teams as we go on. But this today is an introduction to me and B and what we do and how we feel about our teams. And then we're gonna give you all the status report on what they, where they at now, and then what we think. It's just our personal opinion. So don't nobody get upset because this is our personal opinion. This doesn't mean that we are 100,000% accurate, except for what we read and what we know about that person. It's going to be all facts.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, B. You can start it off. We're going to talk about.
We're gonna start the show off today talking about the Chicago Sky. The WNBA draft comes on tomorrow at 7:30 Central Time, I believe. Maybe 6:30 Central Time. But it does come on tomorrow. The Sky have the 10th, the 16th, and the 22nd pick in the draft tomorrow. We know the Sky didn't revamp their entire roster. They brought back Angel and Camilla, brought back some veteran pieces in Rachel Banham and Mo Jefferson and Michaela Onyenwere. They also brought back Elizabeth Williams. But outside of that, we got a lot of new pieces on the Sky roster. And they're looking to add more pieces, more young pieces through this draft. So we're just going to talk about the draft and what we feel like the Chicago Sky, who we feel like the Chicago Sky should target in this draft. I'm going to start it off with the 10th pick. For the 10th pick, for me, personally, I think the Sky should target another point guard. I think we have to get a little bit younger at the point guard position. So a face and a name that I've been pushing is Serena Sundell out of Kansas State.
Mm-hmm.
I also wouldn't mind like a Cheyenne Sellers or Georgia Amore, but Serena Sundell for me is definitely at the top of the list as in who we should target at 10. What about you?
Me personally, I don't have no problem with neither one of those because they dogs, right? I mean, they scores, and it will any one of those people will have a purpose on the Sky. But me personally, I'm looking for a big. I'm looking for someone that can sit Angel down and give our girl some tick. I'm looking for in that 10th pick somebody like Michaela Timpson. Y'all been hearing me say I've been hounding Michaela, and then I found out that Sanaa Fagan is now an invite to the draft party. So I mean something like Michaela Timpson. It'll be in my mind. Janiyah Barker, I thought she was coming out, but she's not. You know what I mean? But I just want someone that can do some things that can help Angel. Maddie Westbelt. I'm not mad at that because she's a different type of dimension. She could shoot the ball. She's not we're not expecting her to be the dog that Angel is, but Maddie Westbelt will add another dimension and spread the floor a lot more for Camilla when she
Mhm.
playing that fourth spot. So somebody big. That's just basically where I'm at. So Timpson was my first in the beginning of everything before I knew Sanaa Fagan. But last night on my new mock draft, because I learned about Sanaa Fagan, I got Sanaa Fagan there. One, because she's a Gamecock. Two is because I know her and Camilla got some camaraderie and they won championships together. And three,
Mhm.
I think that she also is a strong dog down there herself that can give
Mhm.
some minutes and some rest.
And then the Sky in the second round have the 16th and the 22nd pick. For me, I think the Sky should target a big in the second round, and I think they should target shooting in the second round.
Mm,
Somebody I've been having on my radar as far as shooting, I've been looking into like Leah Nye or
mm,
Zaya James. As far as bigs, I like Sanaya Fagan. I know a lot of people like Maddie Westbell. She has some things she struggled with that kind of makes me not think we should get her, but I wouldn't mad her because she can stretch the floor.
mm-hmm,
She can knock down a three, she can stretch the floor, but I'm definitely looking into like Leah Nye or Isaiah James as far as like the second round draft picks. What about you, Unc?
for 16, I think again, um, we can throw a guard in the middle of that. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
would like to go, me personally, um, big, small, big. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? We do need a guard, like you said, to actually offset the things and the traditional things that have been going on in Chicago for as the guards. And then of course we're gonna get them as a rookie, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be here for 4 years. So we know that we whoever we pick, we're gonna land them for 4 years. So in the 16th
Mm-hmm.
pick, you know, I would say, of course, Sundale might be gone, but I definitely, like I told you before, I don't have a problem with Sundale.
Mm-hmm.
I think that she's a dog. I think she's a scrap playing for the Wildcats. I think that she's a very scrappy player. Um, Also, Isaiah James, if Isaiah is there, I would love Isaiah James to be a part of what we're doing because you already know we love the people that can pat that ball. We
Yeah.
Chicago. We love the
Mm-hmm.
people that I mean, it's just a fetish that we got here in Chicago. We love the people that can pat that ball. And you can pat that ball. We got us looking. That's why we love Kennedy Carter so much. She can pat that
Mm-hmm.
ball. You know what I'm saying? So I would say I would go small. I would go small and definitely get some, but we basically in the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We basically in the same where we're at because my whole thing is that if we only got really we only got three bigs on the whole Chicago Sky network.
Mm-hmm.
That's Camilla, that's Elizabeth, and Angel. We need at least two from the draft as bodies, even if they're rookies and they don't really. We need bodies for her. You know what I mean? We
Mm-hmm.
we we got 8 guards right now that's playing for to be a part of the team, of course, right? And then you gonna get one or maybe two in the draft. I don't know what Jeff P is gonna do. I really don't. I'm just saying from my opinion. But if we have 8 already uh, performing for uh, they spots here as guards. I mean, we got a lot of guards, a whole lot of guards. So no one talking about the bigs, and then y'all know, and that's in the chat. Y'all know the Angel gets beat up. I mean, I want our girl to have longevity, and she can't have longevity if she's playing a whole 40 minutes. She already been hurt twice. One time in the regular season, one time in the off season. We don't want to
Yeah.
try. You know, when you soar, you soar. When you have a break, when you have certain time, it take you 2 years to really heal up, to real the body
Mhm.
really regenerate. And that's why you seeing Kia Nurse doing what she doing after her ACL surgery 2 years ago. So who would I want, sweetie? Um Isaiah James. That would be my shot at 16. I really want her to be here.
I like Isaiah James. I like Isaiah James. So we really just in a wait and see mode right now with the Sky and see what Jeff P and Tyler Marsh decide is important for them moving forward. The draft is tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern Time. I'm excited to see who we add to this roster. It's going to be kind of tough making this roster because we already have so many training camp signings. But we do know, like last season, the Sky, to me, the Sky won a draft. Getting Camila Cardozo and Angel Reese changed
Two champions.
the format for the Chicago Sky. In my opinion, we got two really good bigs to build around, and I can't wait to see what Jeff P and Tyler Marsh do tomorrow for the Sky. But we gonna keep the topic on basketball. We gonna move over to the men's side of things, and the Bulls are playing. The Bulls clinched the number 9 seed in the East. They're gonna play the number 10 seed Miami Heat in the play-in on Wednesday. They play the Miami Heat Wednesday. What is Wednesday? The 16th.
Yeah.
They play the Miami Heat on Wednesday the 16th to see who moves on in the play-in tournament. The Bulls right now the Bulls have swept the season series versus the Heat this year. They won every game. They have a 3-0 record against the Heat this season. This is our third season in a row facing the Miami Heat for the play-in. Me, in general, I'm sick of facing the Miami Heat.
I'm tired of it. But go ahead.
I'm so tired of facing the Miami Heat for the play-in because we 0-2 versus the Heat in the play-in tournament.
Yes, we are. Okay, so here you go, y'all. Check it out. Once again, the Bulls they made a play-in game, okay? And we lost everybody. DeMar DeRozan gone, Zach LaVine left, and we on the play-in. So I look at it as that we are right because the shorties on the team, they was not. Kobe was like, I don't want to lose. I'm not here to tank. I want the people in Chicago to know that we care, and we're at least going to try to do our best to make the playoffs. So I appreciate, these guys and coming along, coming along like it is. I didn't get to watch a whole lot of the Bull games for the first time in my whole lifetime. This year was the first time that I did not watch a lot of the Bulls games. And I kind of felt bad about it. But then I said, no, because my heart said to be and cover the Sky and make sure that Angel Reese was okay. You know what I mean? My heart was saying we had to cover our girl. She was on attack. They was making her into the villain. She was all alone on all of these networks that's on the internet. I just wanted to be a part of. Josh Giddey doing his thing. But I wanted to be a part of the network and the networks that big up Angel Reese. I just want to be a part of that family, all of the family that's doing something that's helping us do it for Angel Reese because I am only on YouTube, y'all, because of Angel Reese. That's it. I am on YouTube. My YouTube channel got started because of Angel Reese and then the Chicago Sky. But because of Angel Reese and what I seen baby girl go out under and the abuse that she was getting and the internet. So, if you're doing a channel for Angel Reese and you on that team, on this side, you on my side. So, you know what I mean? We could find, we ain't all gonna agree on our takes. We all ain't gonna agree on everything. But hell, it's the way you feel, it's the way I feel, it's the way B feel, and it's the way of everybody else feel. We gonna be all right. This is all good. So I think that Josh Giddey was a great thing, B. I think Josh Giddey
The
was a
Bulls
great,
pick it, the pickup.
yeah. Josh Giddey from the Thunder.
Yeah, I like it. I just wish we didn't have to give up like our defense for it. But it's starting to pan out now for the Bulls. The
Mm-hmm.
beginning was a little shaky.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little shaky in the beginning. I didn't know what direction we were really going in. Uh at some point in the season, I was like, I ain't watching this mess no more. Um, but I always count myself coming back to it because it's like you said, it's Chicago sports, and I grew up on the Bulls, and it's really what I love. But
Mm-hmm.
Giddey was a good pickup. I think having Giddey on the court kind of allowed Kobe White to move back to the two
He looked
position,
like himself.
and he looked like himself again. He looked like
Yes.
himself again. But what do you think we got to do to finally get over this hump and beat the Heat this play-in tournament? Because we 0-2 against them in the play-in.
They really tough. So our advantage is they don't have Jimmy Butler. That's
Mm-hmm.
our advantage. Because
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Butler had a vendetta against the Bulls ever since he
Mm-hmm.
left. So beating the Bulls was an exciting thing for him. It probably still is an exciting thing, whatever team he may end on. But beating the Bulls on Miami was a special thing, a pet peeve for he. We don't have to worry about Jimmy Boy. But what I do know that if we play the defense of what you talking about, if we play
Mm-hmm.
the defense, Io DeSumo ain't gonna be there, right? So he's hurt,
Now,
right?
the Sumo
So
out, Trey
that's
Jones out,
defense.
and we got somebody else out. I can't think of the name, but
Lonzo Ball is out.
Lonzo Ball is out.
So we got one of the top passes in the Bulls. He's out, Lonzo Ball, and he's been out for the last maybe 3 years. And
We've been without Io and Trey Jones for a little while too. These last couple of games.
oh wow, so Io DeSumo is our defensive havoc maker. Him
Yeah.
and him and Terry play good defense too, but the Sumu and is definitely the main person that gets through the gaps and cuts off passes and play hard defense. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we gonna miss him in this game. I think that we can get over the hump if we play defense. If we could
Yeah.
get these offensive guys who are offensive threats, if we could have them play just a little bit of defense.
Mm-hmm. So once we get past the Heat, the Bulls still will have another play-in game that they have to play. They'll have to
Mm-hmm.
play the winner between the Hawks and Orlando. Those two teams we have won games against this season. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think scoring is the Bulls' problem. Like me and Unc been saying, the Bulls' problem is defense. If
Yes,
we're able to play defense as a team, I believe we're playing some of the best basketball we've
right now.
played in a while right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, like Josh Giddey is playing on a whole nother level. Kobe White is doing Kobe White things. But Vucevic is the key for me. I think if we get Vucevic going in the paint, we kind of open up the floor a little bit more for our 3-point shooters. And he's the veteran on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's the veteran on the team. He's been here before for a while, so we definitely got to get Vucevic going. I don't know, man.
Williams. No, Williams. If we could get
Uh,
Williams going, I
I
don't
like
know.
P. Will, but P. Will been soft all his career.
His whole career with that
His
dye in
whole
his head.
career is cotton.
But his athleticism is like off the charts. I don't get it. I
Yeah,
don't
he
get it, B.
athletic is all get out.
I mean, I don't. Somebody that is he gifted. His hands. He got abnormal hands. You see when
Uh-huh.
he's his ability to go around the rim, his ability
Uh-huh.
to slash. I mean, it's really a good thing. He looked like old boy over there on the Clippers.
He looked like he could be a
A
Kawhi-esque,
baby Kawhi. A
a
baby
baby
Kawhi.
Kawhi, but he played like
Soft. Sponge cake.
cotton. Yeah, just sponge cake.
Sponge cake. Tula plays. What's happening? I see you in the building. ST13, Sister Keisha, Real Talk. Giving a shout out to everybody. BD, what's happening? Fast, what's up? What's happening, y'all? What's happening, y'all? My chat, what's happening? Simply Ball dropping his ink here. What's up, K-Sap? What's happening? BD Sports. Listen, don't start no stuff. Told you. Miss D, what's happening? What's happening? What's going on? It says, so overall, what you think they're gonna do against? So give it to me, Rob. What you think they're gonna do against Miami? And then if they do beat Miami, what you really think about? I would say out of the two, the Hawks and the Magic, you know, I never doubt Trey. I never ever doubt Trey
Uh-huh.
because Trey is a magician. I
Mm-hmm.
never like we said, we addicted to the boys that pack that ball, you know,
Mm-hmm.
pause. But I'm just saying, we listen, but Orlando is more of a bigger team, and
Mm-hmm.
I could see them beating the Hawks. So
Yeah.
I think that we will probably be facing Orlando before
Yeah.
Atlanta. So I think that because Orlando is bigger than uh the Hawks, I think that they will win that matchup, but we can match them. We just as big as Orlando Magic. And I think that we
Mm-hmm.
could beat them.
I would want to play Orlando too. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, between the Hawks and Orlando, I would want to play Orlando. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know why, but I just like seeing us play Orlando. I think this year we can take care of the Heat. I think we can take care of the Heat this year.
Easy
But I
peasy.
I I, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose. I
Mm-hmm.
hope we don't lose because I'm not ready for Bulls basketball to be over with just yet.
No.
But we kind of between a rock and a hard place right now because if we lose, we get a better seeding in the draft. If we don't lose, we get to continue to play on. Like it's like, which one do you want to see? Do you want to see a team continue to move forward, or do you want to just tank at the end of it and get the better seeding in the draft?
Well, Kobe said personally, he don't want to tank.
I
He
don't
had
want
an
to tank
interview.
either. I
He,
don't want
he
to tank either, but uh, I
What you
don't
think
know.
though? What you think we should do then? I mean,
I think we should go out there and play basketball. I'm not with tanking.
me
I'm
neither.
never
I ain't no
for
damn
or
loser.
with tanking at all.
I ain't no damn loser. Fuck it. Now,
Me either.
if if things come out the way they come out, okay, let bygones be bygones. That's just the way it happened. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna leave it all out on the court. And if we do lose, then we lost. Y'all got
Mm-hmm.
y'all gotta forgive this. A killer is at the door. Could y'all put the dog up?
Killer then came in the door.
Yeah, the killer then came in the door. Y'all hear my smart mom daughter? She like, you got him, man. Wait. Listen, we in Chicago. We gotta know who at the front door. We gotta know what's happening. But yeah, man, I think that um I don't want to listen. I don't want ever to have a losing season for my Chicago teams. I don't even the White Sox, but we'll get into that with the White Sox. You're gonna be depressed, but anyway, I don't want any of our teams because all of our teams have won titles, even the Fire, right? So
Mm-hmm.
therefore, I think that at the end of the day, the people, it's in my coat, the people that really understand Chicago and the way we think. I mean, this
We
gang
don't
bang
never want
city.
to lose.
This gang bang city.
We don't never
We
want to
can't.
lose.
Hey, we ride with who we riding. We worse. Hey, y'all think Kansas City is bad? Chicago, you gonna always in our city. I mean, I don't really know how the younger generation. I mean, B could tell you how the younger generation, but my generation, you couldn't even be caught with a New York Knicks hat on. You was in trouble. You was in trouble. You better have a C on the top of your goddamn cap. You better have something with the Bulls. You better have the White Sox on. You better have something about this city, or you're gonna be talked about. There is some rebels. You know what I mean? There is some rebels that do have, they teams in Chicago. But I'm saying overall, this is a beautiful city that loves its teams, and this is a championship city, and we 10 toes down. Win or lose, we 10 toes down. Go ahead, B.
I want to say what's up to the chat. I see y'all. Keisha cut the ish. Real talk sports. KSAP, I see you. What's up, gang? BD Sports, I see you in the chat talking mess. What's up? Tula Plays, what's up? What's the word? Shout out to Miss D6 Woman Sports, always rocking out with us.
Yes.
And to everybody in the chat, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Faz, I see you. We ask that y'all like this video, continue to comment. We see y'all comments. Make sure y'all subscribe to me and Unc's page. Subscribe to my page at B Sports Buzz. Subscribe to Unc's page, Steady Serving ENT. We gonna bring y'all this show every Sunday at 5 o'clock Central Time. Every Sunday at 5 o'clock Central Time, talking all things Chicago sports, giving y'all a rundown of everything. But we see y'all. We appreciate y'all for being here and rocking out with us. But you know what time it is. It's baseball season. It's baseball season, and we here. Hey, we gonna start off with winners first.
All right, go ahead with the winners. I got the
We
losers.
gonna head on north to my team, Fly the Dubs. Do you hear me? Fly the Dubs. My team is off to a great start. I couldn't be any happier. I could not be any happier, any more proud than the Cubbies themselves. Yesterday we put belt to behind. We put belt to behind.
That's what we do on the West Side.
LA Dodgers. We beat them like 13, 16.
Magic, then he flew out. He flew out of Chicago. He didn't have about a good 10 minutes in Chicago State.
We beat them 16-0. Belt to straight cheeks. 16-0.
We went in LA and did that. God damn.
The Cubs got some rolling. We rolling right now. Right now. We got some players. Shout out to my guy, Cal Tucker. He doing his thing out there for the Cubs. We unfortunately lost one of our starting pitchers today. Still he's gonna be out. He has to get shoulder surgery. But the Cubs right now are rolling. We got one of the best records in the major leagues right now. We are sitting at the top of the National League Central at 10-7. Mm-hmm. We are the second best team. No, third best team in the National League. at 10-7 behind the Padres and the Giants. But the Cubs is rolling. We rolling, we
Yes.
rolling, we rolling. And I like what I see from the Cubs. Like I like what I see. The bullpen can be a little bit better. It definitely can be a little bit better, but we're rolling right now. What's up, Unc? What you thinking about the Cubs right now?
I am so happy that we win it. Oh, look, the west and the north side need that. You know what I'm saying? We on the other side of town. Well, you know what I'm saying? We go on the Gold Coast and celebrate. So I think that this year is a good year for the Cubs. I think that this year is the best year that we could have for the Cubs.
I think so too. Um, our division is not totally weak. We still got the Brewers and the Reds. The Cardinals is still there, but I think we'll be able to separate from these teams eventually. The bets are alive right now. The bets are super woke. Like I said, I think pitching for us is our main thing. Like we got some heavy hitters.
And then we pretty
And
young too, though.
pitching, yeah, we're pretty young. We got some flamethrowers out there on the mound. Starting us at the top of the rotation. But once we get to the middle of the rotation, it kind of gets shaky. Losing Steele is, man, that may hurt us, but we're gonna have to find a way to replace that for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that this year going into, I say be May, going into May, we actually will know the status of where we at for as injuries and who's really, you know what I mean? Just like in our playoff runs and previous championship that we did win, you know what I mean, with the Cubs. You remember by May they were rolling. Like
Yeah.
by May, because you kind of see the hiccups. With baseball, you kind of see the weakness and the flaws right away. You know, you're gonna see in a early part, like what I'm finna do with the White Sox. You know, unless they make some trades, we're gonna be trash. But anyway, yeah, I'm butt ass hurt. It's all right. But I think that the Cubs were young, and about us being young, and then we got 6 players, I believe, from the minors, right? This pickup. I believe we got 6 players from the minors that we've been having them in the minor league, getting them ready. So we got 6 of those guys that's right now. Some of them in the dugout, and we got 1 pitcher from the minors that we've been harvesting. So I just can't wait. I can't wait for the end of May to actually see where we at. But most definitely, this is a good team. I see they hitting strong, and it looks like how they started off to at least, you know what I mean, win the pennant. I'll take the pennant. You know what I mean? Coming off of last year, I would take the pennant this year.
But see, the thing is, last year with the Cubs, we had a patch like towards the end of the season where we were rolling.
Yes.
I think the beginning of the season, we kind of dug ourselves in a hole, and it was kind of hard, almost impossible to get out of that hole towards the end of the season. But I feel like we need October baseball again in Chicago. So we definitely pushing the Cubs right now because we do need some October baseball in Chicago again.
Y'all see my blue. Y'all see my blue.
Unfortunately, we do gotta go over to the other side of the other side of the city. We gotta make that drive.
We gotta go on the south side.
We gotta make that drive
on
from
35th.
We
gonna go on 35th
all down to 35th, and we gotta talk about our brothers on the other side of town.
Hey, I love them though.
Side of town. What you got for us in White Sox news?
All right, White Sox news. That is my subject today. Yes, White Sox lost again today. Uh, what can I say, B? Uh, the White Sox are 4-12 as of right now. The White Sox, they seem to can't get the pitcher that we need. I mean, this boy was supposed to be some hot stuff. I can't tell. I can't tell. You know, we had 2 quick wins. I was like, okay, Cubs. So we had 2 quick wins, right? Then we lost 3 in a row. Then we won again. And then we lost 8 in a row on the White Sox. 8 straight, guys. I mean, if you can't figure it out after 8, I mean, after 2, 3 losses, you need to be talking. But we went 8 straight in the beginning of the season. You see Perez throwing right now. But we lost 8 straight. And it's kind of hard to recover when you begin a season like that. Because now you got Riff. As we know, it's Riff in the locker room right now. We know how that locker room shit go. I mean, just really, we got beat today 3-1 by the Red Sox. So it's like they're not ready to be as of right now. I think we got too many vets, worn out players. I think that we don't have the backup pitchers that we do. We do have an opener. We got we got, let me see. What's his name? Hold on, I'm picking our pitcher name. We got the young guy who had a no-hitter last year. But outside of him, we don't have the pitchers that we really need to really play good defense. I mean, we can't play good defense if they hit the ball out the damn park.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you see it. We getting creamed. Like,
yeah.
They tagging this shit. So it's
pitches, man.
The pitches is the beginning of defense.
Yes.
The pitches are I don't know what anybody think. The beginning of defense in baseball is your pitcher. Why? Mm-hmm. Because he's the first point of contact in defending what we are doing, which is playing baseball, the score. We're trying to stop you from scoring. So he's the first line of defense to stop you from scoring and striking your ass out. The White Sox don't have that beat. They don't have that. And it's really sad baseball to watch. As I was going over and doing
the White Sox is 4-11 right now.
4-12.
4-12. Yeah, they lost today. They 4-12 right now. Like I said, we gotta realize though, like, I don't know if people outside of Chicago know this, but the White Sox and the Bulls got like the same ownership.
Same owner.
So like
Reinsdorf.
the way you run the Bulls, you can't run the White Sox because the Bulls fan base is a little bit more loyal than a White Sox fan base.
Yes.
Yes, you're going to have White Sox fan, but the city of Chicago really belongs to the Cubs as far as baseball.
All of forever.
Forever and always. But you do got some White Sox fans, and they're going to continue to go to games, but you don't have those loyal fans like you do with the Bulls. So the Bulls going to continue to sell out games, even through the losing. The White Sox can't. No. The White Sox just can't. No. And he got to do a better job at putting together a competitive roster because look at that. Look at that. They're struggling on defense. Like Unc said, your first line of defense is your pitcher. Your pitcher is the one who makes sure the other team can't even hit the ball. And if the other team can't hit the ball, guess what? Shortstops and first basemen, outfielders, they're bored. They're bored when the pitcher don't allow the other team to hit the ball.
Hey, but they out there trying to get a pillow.
Because pitching suck, now shortstop, outfield, first baseman, third baseman, all that. They got to make the right defensive plays. And when they can't
And they
do that,
get injured. And they get injured.
yeah, it's just the White Sox right now is just, you know how they used to do the Lions in Detroit with the plastic bags? I mean, the paper bags. This the second season. Hey,
God damn, B.
you know
Finish them.
we gonna rag on another city. You know how they used to do them in Detroit with the paper bags. We
Right.
gonna
Hey,
we
look.
go.
Detroit had some fits because they beat our ass. All my cousins in Detroit, so I got as many cousins in Detroit as I do in Chicago, and it's a whole lot of us, right? And they used to do, just like this year, I got a whole bunch of texts. Y'all don't even want to see the diabolical shit that my cousins in Detroit did to me on the Bears. And we finna get to the Bears in a minute. But my DM, hey, my cousins in Detroit, listen, they diabolical. And we used to crush the shit out of Detroit, like hands down. This is the first and second year that they able to win something against us. They couldn't even beat us in basketball, not even now. So it is what it is. It's sad to see the White Sox be losing like this. It's I can't even get pissed off about it because I know how Ransdorf is. I know this man. You've been in the affiliate of the game, but I've been seeing this man since the 80s. Like diabolical. Like he's a man.
He needs to let go.
Yeah, there you go.
He needs to let go. At some point, it's okay to just say, you know what, I'm letting go.
I agree. That's the words I was looking for. It's a wrap.
I'm just ready to let go. And Reinsdorf needs to let go. He needs to let go of the Bulls, and he needs to let go of the White Sox. It's okay because it's not pretty. What you're doing with the Bulls is you're treating the Bulls like the Phoenix Suns. I don't know if y'all know the Phoenix Suns owner, but the Phoenix Sun owner, he don't never want to rebuild. No. He always want to win now. So he buys into a Bradley Beal, a Kevin Durant, a Devin Booker, and put them all on the same team. Why did the Suns need Bradley Beal? They didn't. And this was kind of like the White Sox on Ransdorf is doing with the Bulls, doing with the Bulls and the White Sox. He refused to rebuild. He just wanna patchwork. You patching up holes in the wall. Them holes still behind that patchwork.
Look, we got Cam Boozer as a picture. Are you kidding me? Bryce Wilson. Tyler Gilbert, is he okay? And then we just saw Martinez. We just saw Perez. Perez is okay. And Shane Smith is the leader of that. He the young. Sean Burke is not. But Cam Boozer, y'all. Cam Boozer, he 145 years old. He 145. Seriously. What are we doing?
145 years old. The fastball probably 25.
Oh my God. So winners win, losers lose. I'm sorry that the White Sox is so the record. So y'all know the record is 4-12. They lost today 3-1 by the Boston Red Sox. As y'all can see, I'm sad about it. I am sad about that. So next up, we can go to what we could do. What's the next one? The Bears. No, did we do the Bulls? We did the Bulls. We can do the Chicago Fire. So the Chicago Fire actually playing right now, y'all. So We don't know the status on that game, but it's going on like right now. The Chicago Fire is actually in good hands. They
Mm-hmm.
Chicago soccer team has been getting down, y'all, and this is like my first year really designating watching soccer because I know I got to cover it. It's our team, and it has been, you know what I mean. I watched the last couple of games. They right now the Chicago Fire is eighth in the conference overall.
Mm-hmm.
So they eighth overall. They won 15 out of 8 games. No, I'm sorry. They have won 8 out of 10 games. They're in eighth standing, and then of course they have uh, 11 points out of the last.
They got 12 now.
They got 12 points now.
Yep, they got
Oh,
12 points now.
ooh, that's good. So so that
Mm-hmm.
means that they're tied for fourth in ranking. Y'all know how soccer goes. It's the people who scores the most points in those games. The
Mm-hmm.
leader in that is of course the coach um, in Cincinnati, of course, in Miami. Um,
Charlotte then jumped over Cincinnati right now.
they did.
We got Charlotte and Cincinnati both with 16 points. Miami,
Oh yeah,
Columbus,
Charlotte is over there.
Miami and Columbus with 15. Philadelphia and Nashville with 13, and we got Orlando, Chicago, New York Red Bulls, and New
Boo,
York City. No, New York Red Bulls, Chicago, and
boo.
Orlando with 12 points. But
We
like
gonna
Unc said,
forever be that.
the fire is the fire is doing what the fire doing.
Yeah,
They
this is my first year covering the Fire, and I like what I see. I did some film on the Fire, and they actually have a winning tradition. Also, they have a winning tradition. It's just that they just really couldn't get over the hump. As I did a summary, and I read the summary, couldn't get over the hump, and um, I think that this year could possibly, because of the start that they having, I think that they could possibly make the playoffs, the play
yeah.
in, yeah, the play in, yeah.
Unfortunately, the Chicago Stars, the women's side of things, it's not looking
I
good for the. It's not looking good for the women. We are at 0 points right now. It's only been like 3 or so games, but we are
mm-hmm,
at 0 points right now. We're dead last at 14. The women also are in the middle of like USA World Basketball. I mean
mm-hmm,
World Soccer right now.
mm-hmm.
So a lot of the players are like either
Overseas, yeah.
USA
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. But yeah, Chicago Stars, it ain't looking good for us. On
So
the
the
women's side.
so the
And we
Stars and the White Sox, they at the same party.
it's sad because we have Olympic gold medalists on our team. The
Mm-hmm,
goaltender for the Chicago Stars was the goaltender for the Olympic team, Nair.
mm-hmm,
Also, Mallory Swanson is on the Chicago Stars,
mm-hmm.
and she was on that Olympic team as well. But outside of those two, it's like we're not adding anything to the roster, which is unfortunate. We have to add something to the roster before we like lose Mallory Swanson. And I hate to say it, but uh I hate to say it, but I feel like Mallory Swanson only in Chicago because her husband played for the Cubs.
Mm,
So
that's
we,
crazy.
we lose her. We gonna continue to be at the bottom. It's unfortunate because I like watching soccer, but it's just not fun watching us lose all the time. It's really not. So I rather just watch the USA team as it's in itself.
Yeah, but I definitely see you later, sweetheart. I definitely be more on the Stars um to watch them. because I like to watch the women's sports period across the board because I got so many daughters, and I really do. You know what I mean? I'm a girl's dad. You know what I mean? And I understand that the support has to come from someone in somewhere. So I want to be that type of supporter. So I will be more polished up on the Stars and what's going on. I hope that they win, but definitely the Chicago Fire looking good, y'all. They looking good, looking good. And I'll tell y'all this. This show is developed by me and my niece loving our city, being
Mhm.
connected socially, of course, in highways and byways. We are connected, but definitely the love of this city is like all around. It's universal. When you start talking about Chicago sports, everyone in the world, when I went to listen, whatever sector to in the world, if it was overseas or if it was on the
Hey, BD
Costa
Sports
Rica.
is funny.
Oh yeah, I ain't
BD
listening to BD. He
Sports
just
said
trolling.
you ain't watching no soccer. You too busy making shea butter. How you know what he doing? Why he making his shea butter?
Hey, first of all, I was doing my niece know I was doing my homework today. I was on it for 3 days ago. I was giving her reports. Nah,
Yeah. And
nah.
if I sound weird, y'all, it's because I am sick. I've been coming down with something. I don't
Gotta
know
get
what
some
it
sea
is,
moss.
but I'm
Give me some
stuffed
sea
up
moss.
right now. But I'm here
Something.
on YouTube making it happen, giving y'all the rundown about Chicago sports. So make sure y'all like this video. Y'all continue to comment. We love y'all comments. Y'all funny. Make sure y'all subscribe to me and Unk page. My page is B Sports Buzz. Unk's page is Steady Swerving ENT. Make sure y'all go support, subscribe, like the videos and everything. Do what y'all can do to continue to support us as we continue to bring y'all the heat. Everything y'all need to know about Chicago sports. But
Absolutely.
uh,
Yeah.
the Blackhawks suck too.
Okay, I'm gonna get okay. First, before we start with them, this sad case. Listen, y'all. This is our production, and we're trying to make things happen. So you could you could go over to Steady Serving Sports. You could hit the Cash App with me and B. You could go to B's Cash App. She got it posted on her channel. Would you please support and give a donation and help us with our production? This is day one, y'all. This is our day one. We 53 minutes in. We asking for a super chat or a super sticker or a cash app if you would like to support to our channel, because guess what? Y'all finna get this. This is a forever connection, because hey, she ain't going nowhere and I ain't going nowhere. Listen, we 10 toes down till we go in the ground. This is just the way we do it here. You know what I mean? We family connected. So you know what I'm saying? So if y'all wondering me and her connection, I grew up with her daddy. I grew up with her uncles. I grew up with everybody on our end. So me and her, we personally connected. So this show ain't going nowhere. We just asking for you to support us so that we can have because she know that we connected with NBA players. We connected with NFL players, and we absolutely connected with a lot of the college stars and neighborhood. Listen, if you want to see some real neighborhood player, you know what I mean, basketball park playground players, we connected to some of the best basketball playground players in history of the game that beat people all over this whole uh United States of America. So we got those type of connections that we gonna do it, but we gotta build our, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm going for a studio. We gonna have a studio instead of in our homes. We gonna have a place for y'all to come. This is my goal. This is my vision. This is what I see. Why so everybody else can do it while we can't do it. And I believe that we can do it. So I appreciate it. There you go. Okay, B.
All I
There you
wanted to
go.
say was the Blackhawks suck, but as soon as I was finna say that, part Blanco hit Unc with the super sticker. Uh,
Hey, hey, love you, Kurt Blanco. Always supporting our channel, man. That's a great start, man. With the $9, thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. We just started. We just started, and we gonna be here straight up. We trying to give her once she get her hours up. You gonna be able to give to the channel, and both of us will be able to receive your love and what we doing and how we building it. And we do everything together. So whatever y'all, so y'all will know how it goes. So we putting it in public. Whatever y'all do over here, we of course we share our money.
mhm.
So 50% of whatever y'all doing is going to me and her. And this is our show. This is our production, and this is what we doing. I'm gonna leave it up to her to do whatever needs to be done with the money. Just I mean, she goes, hey, we need this, we need that. That's what you're supposed to invest in your women, and they're gonna treat you right, and you're gonna get the best things, in life. When you invest in your women, your life is real easy. That's why you see your uncle over here. I ain't got no gray hair. I'm good. I'm good over here. Go ahead, B. Let's do the
We ain't
Blackhawks.
even gonna get into the Blackhawks that much because it's a wrap.
This is the last game. Um, they just blew it.
The
It's a
last
wrap.
game is tomorrow. No, the
Yeah, this is
last
their
game is
last game.
Tuesday. Last
They
game is Tuesday, April 15th against the Senators. Is a wrap.
This is the fifth straight year that the Blackhawks have not made the playoffs. What's the problem is, like I said, once your team have not made the playoffs in 5 years, it needs immediate change. It
Mm-hmm,
needs immediate change. They got beat.
mm-hmm.
They lost. They gave up the game last night that they lost. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they just gave up. Like they couldn't get over the hump. It was like they cursed or something. So the
Yeah.
Blackhawks, if y'all want me to read this, it said Blackhawks missed the playoffs for the fifth straight year in the season. It says by them not having defense. They
No
have
defense.
defensive woes and they cannot win on the road. If it's not in Chicago, they really, which I mean, I respect them, but they 20 and 40, and then 9, of course, tie games, right? So they
Mm-hmm.
out of the 69 games that was played, they only won 20 of them. Even the elimination game, they couldn't pull it off with the Kings. You know what I'm saying? And they lost. You know what I mean? Man, it's just sad.
The
It's
goalie
sad to
is
see
trash.
Blackhawks.
The
Yeah.
goalie is trash. We got good young talent as far as on the offensive side of everything. We got good young talent. Connor Bernard is gonna be good for years to come.
Mm-hmm.
But when you can't play defense, people don't understand that defense is one thing to be able to score. But if you can't stop the other team from scoring, how do you expect to win?
We got two unrestricted free agents, and they both forwards. They both forwards.
So the
Patrick
Blackhawks,
Maroon and Andreas. So if we lose them, it's a wrap. I don't know who they're gonna get in the free agency coming up this summer, but this is like ridiculous.
they
This
got to
is
start with a
ridiculous.
goalie. They got to start with a goalie. Like they can score. They just can't stop anybody else from scoring. And it's sad to see because the Blackhawks had something that they were building on. We had a dynasty here with Patrick Kane and
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Tays, and just we had it, man. We had it, huh? We
I
had
mean,
it.
all we do is win, win, win. Can't get enough. I mean, that's what. So when y'all hear us, we win in Chicago. We hate. Listen, we really do hate. But we have no empathy for losers. But we win on all of our teams, and Arvid Soderblom, he could go.
Mm-hmm.
We don't. I mean, Goldie is what we need to start at. Let's keep it a buck. They need to
Hey,
just,
BD Sports, I agree with this comment. You see the comment BD Sports made?
yeah. He said hockey
I
needs
agree.
more color.
I agree.
I agree. Yeah.
Some of the most athletic people ever is Black people, people of color.
Yes. Yes,
You
we
need
are.
to add we got to start merging and migrating into some of these sports that they kind of write us off in. Soccer, we see it blossom in soccer right now. We see it in blossom in soccer right now, especially on the women's side of things. Like this was the first time in like Olympic history we had like 9 Black women on our soccer team. So we see ourselves getting into soccer a little bit more. But what we gotta find a way to get into hockey, man.
We in there, but we in there salt and pepper. We in
Mm-hmm.
there salt and pepper. So
Mm-hmm.
if you go off of, you know, Kyle Okafor and Willie O'Reed, old school, you know what I'm saying? Mike Greer, you know, you remember Mike
Mm-hmm.
Greer? Mike Greer was hot. Dustin Fogland, Donald Brazen here, Val James. Val James, definitely. They was trying to get Val James out of the league. If some of y'all, the old schools know, BD probably know Val James, baby girl, they were trying to, you know what I mean? He was like Kyrie Irving. You got what I'm saying? Dale
Mm-hmm.
Craigwell, Greg Moodlin, Robbie Earl, Poppy Jones, Ryan Reeves, John Craighead, and Francis Bullen, Gerald Coleman, and Art. So the Art Darrington, those are the top 12 in history that the blacks that had astronomical records that played American hockey in this league, but 12 are the top in. They got thousands. You got what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they could go over, you know, Gretzky. We all know Wayne Gretzky. This was Wayne Gretzky's city for a long time. Him and Michael Jordan ran uh, the sports at one time. Wayne Gretzky started here on the Blackhawks. Michael Jordan was on the Bulls. It was just so fun, you know what I mean? Folks, so fun to watch that we had the greatest hockey player of all time on on hockey. I don't know if you knew that Wayne Gretzky was the greatest of all time, and he was right here on the Blackhawks. He started here. He left, but he spent like 9 years of his life here in Chicago, and he was winning. And he was playing alongside of Michael Jordan. They used to have commercials together and all that shit. You know what I mean? Who was the best? You know what I mean? Athlete. But coming to what she's saying is that these sports, you know, they missing that black taste. You see what we did in tennis. You saw
Mm-hmm.
what we did in tennis. We got the greatest players of all time in tennis. You see what we did to golf. We got the greatest player of all time, Tiger Woods. There'll never be another. There'll never be another Tiger Woods. When I say never, it's gonna be generations. We're gonna be probably gone before we see that type of man, Tiger Woods. But you know, I leave it with this. We gotta understand that as we expand our horizons, we have to be more yes, he shut up. Yes, he did. He got get out of here. BD is just a troll. You look at BD. Get out of here, man. Like I don't know who that is. Uh, but the thing is that we got to be able to do the best thing for us as black people.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do, you know, we such a scared people because they made us afraid. They made us so afraid. I mean, a lot of people like, I ain't scared of nothing. Yes, you is. You scared of your own kind. You scared of what your own kind would do or say against you. And we just have to get out of that. We have to open up our horizons. We have to be able to take criticism. We have to be able to expand ourselves financially, economically, and our role in society. So this is why I'm so glad that I'm on this show with B. It's such a pleasure. I didn't know how it was going to go, but I'm so comfortable. And because I know she's a stats person. She's a person that's very strict on what she's talking about, and she like facts. Me, I'm more fun, facts, and play. But it really is. I feel you made me feel comfortable, baby girl. I'm serious. I
Appreciate it,
appreciate it.
bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So I'm a funny dude. I like to have fun. I'm a showman show. And if you want to have fun with me, you can always have fun with me. We could talk shit. It's no such thing as a wrong answer. It's not giving one. Did you hear me again? It's no such thing as a wrong answer. It's not giving one. Now you could be wrong in I'm sorry, a wrong opinion. You could be wrong in your answer, and the answer could be fact checked, and then we have the right answer. But you can't be wrong in your opinion, because your opinion is how you see things. That's your perception. So it's always good to have uh somebody to be here with me, and be of course a beautiful woman, to represent me and for my family. You know what I'm saying? It's an honor to have my niece on here. You know what I'm saying? Because I know if anybody got my back, she got my back. Because when I call to the hood, she know who coming.
Period.
Period. So listen. All right, we're gonna go to the next thing, which is our biggest talk.
Hold on before
Okay.
we we gonna wrap this thing up with the Bears. I've been seeing BD Sports in the chat just yapping about our Bears, but we ain't having none of
Please.
that. We ain't
We ain't
having
having
none of that. We snatching chains this
We
season.
snatching all
I hope y'all
chains
know
this
we
season.
snatching all chains this
We
season.
snatching all chains. Hey, if you come to this crib, we snatching all your chains. We ain't just going to your city taking it over like we did last year. And you saw how the season turned around, because we were losing prior to when my man came here. So I don't think y'all know that it was a success for us as Bears fans. It wasn't the ultimate success, but it's been better than what we've been getting. So
Yeah,
go.
we
You want me
snatching
to go?
chains. But
You want me to
I'm
go,
just gonna
B?
run. I'm gonna run through our signings, and then I'm gonna let you go ahead and take off from there.
Okay, go ahead. Good. Thank you
The
so
Bears
much.
been active this off season. They've been super active this off season and adding pieces to the roster. We added 2 wide receivers and Zacharias from the Commanders, and I always get his last name wrong, but I say it right in my head. Duvernay. Yes, Devin Duvernay from the Ravens. From the Ravens, he's a wide receiver, but he's more so like a kickoff and punt returner specialist. But he got some speed to him. We bringing back Travis Homer, running back. You know, he really just do special team work for us.
Mm-hmm.
We added some big pieces to that offensive line. The offensive line for the Bears was atrocious. 66 sacks. I just want y'all to remember that. We added Jonah Jackson's from the Rams. We added Joe Thuney from Kansas City. We added who else did we add to that line? Oh, Drew Delman. We got him the center.
We re-signed Doug Kramer Jr.
And we re-signed Doug Kramer, but we also added some pieces to our line. Odeingbo, the defensive end, Dale Odeingbo, the defensive end from Indianapolis. We added him to the defensive side of the ball, and Grady Jarrett from Atlanta. We added him to the defensive side of the ball as a defensive tackle. We added him with Andrew Billings and Javon Dexter, adding Odebingo to the other end of Montez Sweat. I think we I think we made some moves in the off season to kind of fix the offensive line and the defensive line because we really couldn't get no pressure on the defensive end of the ball either.
No,
But
not like how we do.
offensive
Not Bears defense.
offensive line was man,
He got
the
sacked
offensive
more than
line was
anyone else. He was 67 and the record was 68. So he was one away from the record.
the
The record of
offensive
sacks.
line was crazy. The
Crazy work.
offensive line was
So
crazy. I don't know if we bringing Keenan Allen back. I would like to see Keenan Allen come back, but I don't know if he's decided to re-sign with the Bears just yet. I think it's a piece that we should try to bring back. I don't know, but I would like to see him in a Bears jersey again. But go ahead, what you think about the
so
Bears?
first we gonna start with the Bears hiring Ben Johnson. Man,
Oh yeah.
listen. Speaking on Ben Johnson was the offensive coordinators. Hey ADP, what's up, boo? Sister Patricia, I see you. Ben Johnson was the offensive coordinator over there on the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
He's a top pedigree for the whole time that he has been in football. He has been undergrad from college all the way through his adult years. He has been on teams and coordinating the offensive play and
Mm-hmm.
also being a tool of guidance, meaning that he's a player's coach. It's hard to find football player coaches. If y'all understand a player's coach is in basketball and baseball, you have those coaches or those managers in baseball, managers that has played the game in mostly, you know what I'm saying, most technical terms. But he is like a mind that can run an offense and a team's spirit at the same time. Because he does not give up on plays. If you saw the Lions play last year, over the year that they have played, he was the main circuit for the offense not losing confidence that they could come out and win games. You was like, damn, how did they win? You know what I mean? So those fantastic wins that was there, he was at the root of pushing these guys on the team impact. He's that type of coach, Ben Johnson is. And then, of course, we got the young black GM, Ryan Poles. So he's fair. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Poles definitely did his job. I think Ben Johnson, you can't get no better than that. I think that he's gonna the X's, the O's, and everything. That go my main man, Ryan Poles, right there. Ryan Poles is very. He wants to bring a whole nother type of tradition here. He don't want the same old stuff. You understand? He's a young guy, he's inspired, he's definitely been active. He was active March the 8th. He was active in getting these players, y'all. Do you know how hard that is? He was active getting these players March the 8th. He was on it. By the 12th, when March the 12th hit, he was already getting them. We saw, oh no, we got this one and we got this one. Two monster moves. Two monster, you know what I'm saying? Miles Brookman. We got all of these veterans. Sean Wade, you know what I'm saying? Signs to a one. He was just like, give me a year. He took him from the Patriots. One thing it is, it's hard to get a Steeler and it's hard to get a Patriot. He got them both. He got them both in the same year. It's hard to get a Steeler, y'all, because that Steeler organization and that Patriot organization, those players, when they go to those type of organizations, they want to do lifetime situations. A lot of people, that's why the Patriots don't have a high trading route. They have more waived people than they do high people that just want to be traded. You dig what I'm saying? So I think that we're doing a very good job. I wanted to start my soliloquy off with the coaching staff, and of course our GM staff. You know what I mean? And what we have to look for. It's not the same old thing, y'all. This is not the same old game. Bulls is playing big time ball right now. Right now, they pull they big boy, you know what I mean, all the panties and skirts that they were wearing, you know what I mean, in that office. I mean, this was some bold moves that this guy has made. And I shout out to him. You know, I think that re-signing Case Keenum to bag up man,
Well,
I think that
yeah,
was smart.
Case Keenum to
Yeah,
back up Caleb Williams. I think that was
yes,
smart.
that was very
That's
smart.
one of the things that I always ragged on Ryan Post for, though. Even when we go back to Justin Fields, I don't think our young quarterbacks had good veteran backups behind them to learn from. Like last season we had Tyson,
Mm-hmm.
but Tyson went to like a D3 school. Like he was a rookie himself, and we expected him to be the veteran to Caleb Williams. I didn't like it, but I would say that for me going into the season, uh, going into the draft, I think I like Ashton Gentry.
Mm-hmm.
If we can get him and pair him with Swift, uh, I think it'll be good because I do see BD comments in the chat. BD funny.
Say a bum.
Uh,
It's all right.
saying saying about the system. I don't disagree with his comment about the system
Yeah.
because you kind of, if you want to run a system like the Lions, you kind of have to have the personnel that the Lions have. I
Yes.
think if we add Gentry to the roster,
Mm-hmm.
Swift can become more of that screen pass, screen pass type of running back, zone type of running back, and Gentry can be in the gaps, in the middle of in the middle of the line type of running back. And then you got DJ Moore, who is like a hybrid, who don't mind playing the center of the field, who don't mind getting hit. DJ Moore can do just about anything. Roman
Mm-hmm.
Dunze, who's our deep ball type guy.
Yes. He got legs.
I think the Bears, they're trying to build a system like Detroit, but they're trying to build a system that fits more into the Bears style of football.
We gotta
Because
listen. We got Nashawn Wright on DB from the Vikings. Speaking of Vikings, there go KSAP. Speaking of the
yeah,
Vikings,
so
we got Nashawn Wright. Psh,
we doing
please.
some things, but I think in totality, it's gonna come down to Caleb Williams and his ability to deliver the ball. Because you can have all the weapons you want. The
Mm-hmm.
quarterback have to be able to deliver the ball.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest issue with Caleb was that I kind of saw Caleb running away from the pressure. When you got a quarterback, you used to your quarterback being able to stand in that pocket and deliver a strike without folding. Caleb sometimes, when a pocket was collapsing on him or it was a blitz, he don't like the contact to me a little bit. Like he
That's
was kind
because
of
he was
running
getting
from the.
sacked, baby. He was
I,
getting
I get he was
67.
getting sacked, but look. I get he was
Shit.
getting sacked. I get he was getting sacked.
3 seconds.
Some of the sacks was his fault. Holding on to the ball too long
Some of those, I give some of
was
those
his
to him.
fault,
Mm-hmm.
and some of the sacks was just that the line was just atrocious. So out of the 66 sacks, I'll probably say 22 of them sacks was Caleb's fault. He just held on to the ball too long. But what I'm saying is the throws under pressure, because you gonna get pressured in football. The defensive side of the ball, the lines are getting better. So you can't The offensive line not going to be able to get rid of all pressure. You going to get hit. You going to get quarterbacks hits. You going to get quarterback pressures. What I need to see from Caleb is when that pressure comes, you being able to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike, an accurate pass. I didn't see that from him last season. When he was getting pressured, not sacked, but just pressured, I saw overthrown balls. I saw a quarterback who was scared to get hit, who wasn't able to stand in there and deliver the ball. Like he took off too quick. He never stood in the pocket. He never really stood in the pocket. It was just go. And I think that's something that he has to work on. Another thing, like last season, I know he ended the season with like the rookie record and
he got the record in
thrown,
not rookie record, but
interceptions not thrown or something. Yeah, the record of interceptions
he has the
not
record,
thrown,
not the rookie record. The whole record in the NFL. I was just going to go there. Go ahead. Go ahead.
To me, that record meant nothing to me. You know why it meant nothing to me? Your rookie season is the season where you supposed to F up. If any season you supposed to F up, it's your rookie season. Sometimes not throwing an interception showed me that he was too scared to let it go on close calls. Your wide receiver not going to be able to get separation every route ran. You want to know why? Because the DBs are getting better.
Absolutely.
The defensive side of the ball is getting better.
Some of them are basketball players and some of them are track stars. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're going to have tight windows. When you're not able to sling the ball into them tight windows, that's when you get those, I ain't throw these many picks this season. I ain't throw these many picks this season. He didn't take enough chances on getting the ball out of his hand, which led to more sacks. If he would have just let it rip, I think he could have completed some of them passes in the tight windows.
Okay.
He just didn't do it.
So I'm a go. I think that you are spot on a lot of your points. But what I will say, out of 562 attempts, he made 351 of them. That's damn near impossible for a rookie. I want to do the upside. We know that he needs to work on his drop step. He does. Matter of fact, he's more of a quarterback that does not like the pocket and use it to his advantage. But he can be good in the pocket. Did that make sense? He threw he threw some of his best throws running off, you know what I mean, doing all of that superstar stuff, you know what I mean? He did some of his best throws. I mean, we like to see him running towards the, you know what I mean, the out of bounds, you know what I mean? We like to see that, and throwing the ball in, and the wide receiver catching the side, you know what I mean, on the sideline, and he, you know what I mean? So we like to see those plays, but what you're saying is he did not take the time.
I think we got some breaking news.
Okay, go ahead.
From the Chicago Sky. The Chicago Sky acquired the number 11 overall pick in the 2025 WNBA draft and changed for Minnesota. Hold on, wait. What happened?
I don't know. What?
The Sky just got the number.
Sky News.
The Sky got the number 10 draft pick, the number 11 draft pick, the number 16, and the number 22 draft pick in this year's draft.
Oh, come on.
We traded.
You still on the clock.
We traded with the Minnesota Lynx. In exchange, the two teams have agreed to extinguish the Minnesota Lynx right to swap the 2026 first round draft pick. Jeff just cooked. Jeff just cooked.
Come on, y'all.
Jeff just cooked. And
We
let me
broke
tell
it.
you
We
why,
broke it
Jeff.
on the
Let
Chicago
me tell you
connection. We broke it on the Chicago connection.
why Jeff just cooked.
Yeah.
This is how Jeff just cooked. And I don't even like Jeff P. And this is so crazy.
We don't like him either. We don't like him, B. But we gonna say it. Say it. Go ahead, say it, B.
Next year's draft, we had a swap pick with Minnesota. Swap pick and the WNBA means like if we finish, say we finish 12th in the league and we get the second pick in the draft, Minnesota has the rights to that pick. So Minnesota will swap with us and they will get the number 2 and we will go back to wherever Minnesota was at. What Jeff just did was he just got rid of that and also got the number 11 pick from Minnesota. We basically lost nothing because we gained our rightful draft pick back in next season and don't have to worry about swapping with Minnesota anymore. And we also just got an extra draft pick in this draft. To me, I think this move is to secure us getting a point guard. And I'm hoping that point guard is Serena Sundell because you get 10 and 11. Who's available at 10 and 11? I think we may be getting Serena Sundell. I hope so. But Jeff just undid something that he did last season with getting Angel Reese. So this is what he did. Last season, he traded the pick. He traded the swap pick to Minnesota, traded Courtney Williams, and traded Alana Smith to Minnesota last season to move up one spot to get Angel Reese. We got Angel Reese. Angel Reese panned out to be incredible for the Sky. Boom. This season, he just undid the trade that he did last season and added a pick to the draft this season.
Hey, that's some Chicago hustling right there. I got to give it to him. He was on the Madison Strip. He was on Madison. He was on Madison Pulaski, B. That's some Madison shit. I got to give it to him.
Like, and this is me saying this with me not even liking a man. I don't even like Jeff. But I'm gonna give him his dues when he need them. I'm gonna give him his just dues. He did his thing. But back to football. What was you saying about the Bears?
I was saying that the Chicago Bears at Caleb Williams, he's on the upside of things. He is that. Because why I say he's on the upside of that, we know what happened with Fields. He was just in a bad situation with bad shit going on, bad coaching, bad general managing. You know, the coach and the general manager not getting along. The Kasky, the chairman of the Bears, not getting along with the coach. You know what I mean? He got a whole lot of stuff to say. So it was turmoil. It was just so much turmoil that Fields could not be successful, okay? But what I wanted to say was that Caleb Williams did a turnaround for as the quarterback in here. We have to say that. He did it. Are we satisfied for what he did? No, we're not. But did we expect more from what he did? I did not completing 351 passes in your rookie year. Not with that type of margin that no one else in the NFL was able to complete like he did. He set a record. So by he having a record-setting type of season with no protection, you got to think about this, B. He had no protection. He had less than 3 seconds on the average of his plays. I'm reading it right now. Do you know how hard that is? And you got that many completions? Do you know how many how many people do you see? How many quarterbacks do you see that's just gone because they can't complete a pass in 4 seconds? They go. I mean, they're gone. What's his name on the Steelers? Russell Wilson. He didn't win team to team. After he left the Eagles, right? He was on the Eagles, right? Am I correct? He ain't had a place.
He was with Justin Fields was with
Pittsburgh.
the
Justin
Steelers.
Fields was with the Steelers.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. He's Caleb Williams with the type of infrastructure that he gonna get on the line. It's gonna be okay. With the type of infrastructure that they building on the line, he's gonna be okay, and he's gonna make it happen. I think that at the end of the day, let's give Caleb Williams some grace. Let's see how he do in his sophomore year, because he didn't do too bad his rookie year. Not so bad. We did want to. All of us want to win. We Chicago. Yeah, I'm not gonna never get off of that. Losers get talked about. Winners get praised in this city, and I can't praise him for losing. He lost, and that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, I don't too much want to go backwards on Justin Fields. The experiment of Justin Fields in Chicago unfortunately came to an end. I don't think he was given a fair shot to begin.
He was
just because you just can't develop a rookie quarterback with a new coach every season. So I just don't think he was given a fair shot to begin. I wish Justin Fields all the success in his career, because he brought magic to the Bears. Even though we were losing with Justin, the plays that he was making was exciting to Bears fans. It kind of gave us a hope that, like, yes, we get this
we like
boy,
to see him.
we get him a good line and some good wide receivers, and we got our next Jalen Hurts. That's how we was feeling. But it just didn't pan out, and we moved on from him and drafted we moved on from him and drafted Caleb Williams. Caleb, to me, was the right choice for the Bears. I see the talent in Caleb. And I tell people this, and people get mad at me for saying this, but if you put Caleb Williams on the Commanders, I feel like he'd do the same thing Daniels did on the Commanders.
I believe so.
I believe the Commanders was just in a better position than the Bears. The coaching was better. I just believe that the
coaching, the linemen, the offense, the defense
Jaden Daniels came into was better. Caleb came into a situation where the coach should have been fired a year ago. The offensive coordinator was never good.
Never.
That's why the Seahawks let him go. He was never good.
Never.
Yes, we had good defense, but we couldn't stop the run. The Commanders' defense was a little bit better.
Yes.
So I believe the Bears made the right choice in Caleb Williams. I believe
if
you put Jaden Daniels on the Bears team last year, with the 66 sacks, he do more than just have bruised ribs. I guarantee you that.
Yes,
I
our man is
hands
tough.
down guarantee that with those 66 sacks the Bears gave up, he have more than bruised ribs. Period. Nobody go argue with
And
me
if you
about
say something different, I beg to differ.
Nobody's gonna argue with me about that. The Bears' offensive line sucked. The Bears' offensive line sucked. Say it with me. Sucked.
They sucked. They suck. ADP.
If we draft Jaden Daniels is not in the playoffs.
ADP. You got to give it up.
He's not in the playoffs.
The man, listen, Caleb Williams completed 351 passes. 351 passes out of 520 that he took. No one has done that. He broke a record.
We know who Jaden Daniels is. Hats off to him and what he did in Washington. He did his thing in Washington, but Washington is not Chicago.
No.
We draft him in Chicago. He getting broken up, and he gonna end up with the same record as Caleb Williams.
Same or worse. I think it worked because he didn't make as many completions as Caleb Williams made. Do y'all hear what I said? Jaden Daniels did not have as many completions that Caleb Williams had. Caleb Williams broke the record on top of having 66 sacks. Is that right, B? 66 sacks. Y'all think about that. Jay Daniels would be gone with the slim build that he have. He's done at 40. He called his mom. You thought his mama was on the court then. His mama, he called his mama. That old yellow lady coming to help her son. She gonna put a helmet on it to protect her son if Jane Daniels went through what Caleb Williams went through. I'm just being honest with you. That was punishment. Like complete punishment. So, you know, on the up and up, we got a new offensive line. We got new corners. We got new corners. We got new defensive backs. The scouting report can't even tell you how dynamic this is going to be. The scouting report cannot tell you how dynamic this. Y'all just watch. I'm gonna sit back. Me and B, we just gonna call the game. We gonna call the Bears game. We gonna call the Bears game and let y'all see it for yourself. Cause I know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? All through the preseason, we gonna let y'all ride. All through the preseason and the prep, we gonna let y'all ride. But when it comes down,
sports, nobody want to admit that.
Right.
Nobody want to admit that the Commanders was a better team than the Bears. Nobody want to admit that the Commanders was a better team than the Bears.
Ain't nobody gonna admit that. Like, why?
Hey, Keisha, I get playing in the SEC, but playing in the black and blue division is different than playing in the SEC.
SEC.
I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
It's different.
Tougher.
It's different.
They hit hard.
The wind from the lakefront freeze that turf. We don't have turf. We got grass.
It's
the
ice.
Wind from the lakefront freeze that ground.
Ice. That's why you gotta love Wisconsin. All the Midwest teams, Iowa, all the Midwest teams, you got to love them because they play in that snow, baby. They play in that snow, baby. They tough. They prepared. They battle tested. What are you talking about?
Get hit up here. Get hit up here in the NFC North.
Come on. Get hit up here.
Get hit up here in the NFC North in January. You hear it. You hear metal crack.
It's like steel. It's like steel hitting each other with the cold. Let's see, Keisha, you out there where it's warm, man. You don't know what no cold is.
Keisha, I hate to break it to you. You said the last time I checked, it's cold in Washington, D.C. Anybody in the world will tell you Washington, D.C. cold is not Chicago cold.
She know that.
At all.
She know
Keisha
that.
know that. She's just trolling.
You
It's
trolling.
not Chicago cold.
It's not Chicago cold.
It don't even
It don't get
amount.
30. It don't get 30 and 100 degrees below zero. Nowhere but right here by the lake. What is you talking
It's
about,
different.
Keisha?
I promise you, it's different. Just go off my word. It's different. But
Man,
I said all that to say, I do believe that the Bears are headed in the right direction. I do believe the Bears is headed in the right direction. I do believe we drafted the right quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ride with Caleb. I'm
gonna ride.
I do believe that he do have things that he has to work on.
Yes.
As far as just trusting his talent, trusting in his arm, trusting his receivers. I know it's hard to do when the offensive line suck. But I believe we headed in the right direction. I'm excited to see what the Bears do this season. I am. I can't wait to watch football. Football is probably my second favorite sport.
I can't
I
wait.
love it. I love it. I love it. I don't like to be bothered while I'm watching football. I can't wait until the season start. Clark Blanco said that Chicago win hit like a Tyson punch. Not gonna lie. Hey, they don't want to match Coles. They can't match.
You don't want to match no Cole.
You can't match Cole.
There's nowhere we
can't
got Arctic
match the
weather
type
here.
Of cold that Chicago, Minnesota, Michigan,
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You can't match the type of cold that we get. It's brutal.
You can't match it. It's unbearable. At sometimes they tell you don't go out. You're gonna die. The news reporter come on damn TV and say you have a 3-minute lifespan outside if you go outside.
Kansas is not worse, ADP. I don't know where y'all getting this information from.
They know.
Hey, y'all gotta be trolling.
Google is your best friend.
Y'all gotta be trolling in the chat for real.
Google is your best friend. Google is your best friend. I don't care where you stay, ADP. I know you ain't stayed here in Chicago and lived and stayed here. You won't want the snow or you don't want the cold. You don't want it'll rain and freeze.
It's not the cold that made Caleb look like that. We're not blaming the weather on Caleb.
We're not blaming the weather.
I stated,
even though he was a summer boy.
I stated what I think made Caleb look bad. He was too hesitant in the pocket for me.
Mm-hmm.
He was too hesitant in the pocket. As a quarterback, sometimes you just got to believe in your arm and you just got to let it rip. And he didn't let it rip. You're going to get hit. You're going to get quarterback pressures. You're going to get quarterback hits because the defense is just better than college. You're not going to have that much time in the pocket in the professionals as you did in college. You just not. And with that, you got to be able to take some of those hits sometimes. Yes, he was sacked 66 times, but some of his overthrows was because he was scared to get hit.
Shit. He was getting knocked on his ass. Van, what's up?
He just didn't let it rip. He just didn't let it rip. But I think this season should be a better season for the Bears and for Caleb Williams. I'm hoping for a better season for the Bears and for Caleb Williams. We see y'all in the chat. Keisha, ADP, Patricia Burton, BD Sport, Van, we see you. WBB, Key, we see you. Cart Blanco, Goona Shooter, then woke up and back on his trolling thing.
You see Key up in here.
We see y'all. Lisa, we see y'all. We appreciate y'all coming through and rocking with us for our first episode of the Chicago Connection. We're gonna be
Man, it's
doing
been
this, bringing
good.
this to y'all every Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time.
Facts.
We're gonna be here to give y'all the rundown of all things Chicago sports. We need y'all to subscribe to our channel, subscribe to
Yes.
my page, B Sports Buzz, subscribe to Unk page, Steady Swerving ENT. Like the video, continue to comment. We see y'all. We appreciate y'all for
Hit the
real.
hit the super chat, the
You
super
got something
sticker,
for it before we
or the
close
cash
out?
app. What I would say is this. This is our very first show, y'all. Me and B are going to give you the facts. We're going to give you exactly what it is, but we also going to have fun up here, y'all. This is just the way I am. Y'all know how I roll. Some of y'all that's with me and been with me, I like to have fun. If it ain't fun, I don't want to have none to do with it. You know what I mean? So this is what I love. Hey, Sister Lisa, hold on. Let me get a so if y'all would like to give to the channel, support the channel, and help me and B, we building from this is ground zero. This is ground zero. So if you want to support us in what we're doing, I appreciate it so much. Hey, shout out to Sister Lisa for the $2 super chat to say talk about the trade before y'all leave. Okay.
Oh, the Sky
didn't
trade.
she didn't get to hear about it. Go
So
ahead.
basically, the Sky gave Minnesota the rights to our first round draft pick next year's draft. And we picked up the number 11 draft pick in this year's draft. So now we have 10, 11, 16, and 22 in this year's draft. We still have a first round draft pick in next year's draft. Is a swap pick with Connecticut. So we kind of really didn't lose out on anything. Minnesota is going to have 2 picks next season in the first round, but in the Sky will have 1. But Minnesota should be good this season, so it shouldn't really matter. I get so I don't know why he wanted another draft pick in this draft. I don't understand it. Maybe it's a GM or a team going for a player that he wants. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because we really only have like 2 to 3 slots, like positions open for the team. So he got to be trying to package
3 and 4.
He got to be trying to package 10 and 11 to move up, maybe. Because we just don't have that many positions open on a team yet anymore. I think we got like 2 or 3 left. Mm-hmm. So maybe he's trying to package it to move up. I don't know. But that's what he did.
He might try to get Nisha Miro.
We no longer have a swap pick with Minnesota next season. Minnesota owns the rights to that. So that gives Minnesota 2 picks in the first round next season, and the Sky will have 1. I'm not mad at that because having a swap pick with Minnesota, if we unfortunately don't do well this season, Minnesota would have had our pick anyway.
Yeah.
So he just basically got rid of it. So I'm not mad at it. We still got our swap with Connecticut. That's the one that I'm intrigued by and I like, because Connecticut could very much be a bad team. But yeah, that's basically what happened in a trade for the Sky. I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm sounding a little weird. I am sick. I'm coming down with something.
Feeling good.
Don't know what it is, but I made sure I'm here for y'all today. That's all.
Right. We're about to get up off of here, though, baby niece. So to give it to y'all, here you go. Minnesota and Chicago have agreed to extinguish Minnesota rights and to swap the teams own 2026 first round draft pick. Minnesota trades its 2025 first round pick, draft pick, 11th overall to the Chicago to extinguish what she said for the Chicago's 2026 first round in exchange and extinguish the first overall the first agreement to exchange for Chicago's 2026 first round draft pick. So that's in the Chicago Sky's news. So if y'all understand, she broke it down to you the way it's supposed to be. I just wanted y'all to hear the literary part of it and what they reported it. This is I think that this is good because we could get the bigs that I was talking about, and I don't have to be worried no more. I don't have to be worried no more. So I'm all right with it. I hope, should I say, I hope. Do I trust Jeff P? Hell to the no. Hold on a second. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Hey, shout out to Van for the super sticker. I thank you very much, brother. Thank you for giving to the channels and coming to all of our channels and supporting us, man. Me and B is doing this. You're going to see us. You're going to see us next week at 5 o'clock. We'll be here on time and having you have the weekly report on Chicago's, Chicago sports and updates. Hey, we know that Monday, tomorrow,
the draft. You know, y'all.
It's the draft.
And Keisha and Bro Clyde is going to be calling it for y'all through the Players Club. I'm also going to be calling the draft through Star Hoop Central with Key, Zoe, HD, and Showtime. So whenever y'all get the chance, just come through and support both shows. Support them all.
Support us. We here. We fight on the same team, baby. So I'm good with it. Listen, we just trying to make sure that y'all got a network. We didn't have this last year. No one was ready for the WNBA. Angel Reese had no protection. She had nobody down. Now it's people fighting just to protect Angel Reese.
Yeah.
So this is a good thing. This is a great thing. And I know God in it.
Before we end up, I want to say prayers to the Bears did lose their owner this year. Virginia Hallis McCaskey, she passed away this year. So prayers to their family. And I know it's not Chicago sports, but I do rock with LSU. So I want to send prayers out to Kyron Lacey's family, his mom, his family. Star wide receiver for LSU unfortunately lost his life today. So we want to send our prayers to his family and everything. Keep them in y'all prayers. We thank y'all for rocking with us today, coming through. It's 312 of y'all eyes on us right now on our first show. We're going to continue to push this, continue to grow, continue to support us every Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. But I'm about to take some NyQuil and sleep this cold off. We're going to chat with y'all later. Remember, catch up with Bro Clyde and Keisha tomorrow. Rock out with me and Key tomorrow. WNBA draft. That's all we got for y'all. Have a good night and be safe.
Good night. Thank y'all so much. We winners over here. And always know that Chicago got the best teams. We out.